The role of generosity in Christian entrepreneurship. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. Luke 6:38. Generosity lies at the heart of Christian entrepreneurship. It's a calling, a purpose, and a way to reflect God's love to the world. But generosity isn't just about giving money. It's a lifestyle rooted in faith, service, and stewardship. Today, we're going to explore the role of generosity in Christian entrepreneurship. We'll look at how giving can transform lives, businesses, and entire communities. Along the way, we'll share real stories and show you how you can be part of this incredible mission with iBAM, International Business as Mission. As Christians, we know that generosity is woven into the fabric of our faith. The Bible is filled with teachings about the power of giving. Proverbs 19:17 reminds us, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done." Generosity isn't just a suggestion, it's a command and a way to glorify God in all that we do. Generosity in business is about more than profits. It's about using the resources God has entrusted to us to create impact and spread His love. When we give, whether it's our time, money, or skills, we're participating in God's work here on earth. When we incorporate generosity into entrepreneurship, we're not just building businesses, we're building the kingdom of God. And at iBAM, this principle guides everything we do. Now imagine this. You're a talented tailor like Grace in Kenya. You have the skills and the vision to run a successful business. But you don't have the funds to buy a sewing machine. Without that one tool, your dream of owning a tailoring shop feels impossible. Grace's story is all too common. Across underserved communities, entrepreneurs face immense barriers. No access to capital. Banks won't lend to small or first-time business owners. Lack of training. Many don't know how to manage a business or grow it sustainably. No support system. Entrepreneurs often feel isolated and discouraged. But here's the good news. Generosity can break these barriers. Through your support, iBAM provides the resources, training, and mentorship these entrepreneurs need to succeed. At iBAM, generosity takes three forms, modeled in our three-fish model. Let me show you how it works. 1. Give a fish, startup loans. First, we give a fish by providing startup loans. These small investments allow entrepreneurs to take the first step toward their dreams. For Grace, it meant finally purchasing her first sewing machine. As Proverbs 19:17 says, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord." Your generosity makes that kindness possible. 2. Teach to fish, business training. The second step is teach to fish. iBAM equips entrepreneurs with the knowledge they need to sustain and grow their businesses. Grace learned how to manage her finances, attract customers, and set goals for her shop. She said, "God has multiplied what I thought was small into something that blesses others." Proverbs 16:3 reminds us, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. 3. Equip for discipleship, sharing faith. Finally, we equip for discipleship. Generosity doesn't stop with financial success. It extends to spiritual growth. Today, Grace employs 3 women in her shop and mentors young girls in her community. Her business has become a platform for spreading God's love and hope. This holistic model doesn't just create businesses. It transforms lives, families, and entire communities. And it all starts with generosity. Let's take a closer look at how generosity has transformed lives. Grace always dreamed of being a tailor. With iBAM's help, she launched her business, grew her faith, and now mentors others. Her impact has created a ripple effect in her church and community. Samuel, a carpenter in Uganda, faced similar challenges. Through iBAM, he started his own business and now employs 2 young men. He's not just teaching them a trade, he's mentoring them spiritually, creating hope for the next generation. These are just 2 examples of what generosity can achieve. When you empower one entrepreneur, the impact extends far beyond them. Jobs are created. Families are lifted out of poverty. Faith spreads, creating spiritual growth. Communities gain stability and hope. It's like dropping a pebble in water. The ripples spread far beyond where the pebble lands. Your generosity has the power to create these ripples of change. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Now you might be asking, how can I help? Here are 3 simple ways to get involved. 1. Pray. Lift up entrepreneurs, their families, and their businesses. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16. 2. Give. Your donations fund loans, training, and discipleship programs. Give, and it will be given to you. Luke 6:38. 3. Engage. Volunteer as a mentor, advocate, or supporter. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. Your generosity, whether through prayer, giving, or engagement, can transform lives and glorify God. When we live generously, we reflect God's love and create a legacy of faith and hope. Every gift, no matter how small, can plant a seed that grows into something extraordinary. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Thank you for joining us on this journey of generosity. Together, we can empower Christian entrepreneurs to transform their communities, all for God's glory.
Listening to the International Business as Mission podcast, a space where we explore how to build businesses rooted in biblical principles that create global impact. But we're not just here to talk. We're taking action to spread entrepreneurship to poverty-stricken communities around the world. Our mission is to be the catalyst that empowers people to build sustainable livelihoods and break the cycle of poverty. We follow the 3-fish principle: give a fish, providing startup loans to empower entrepreneurs. 2, teach to fish, offering entrepreneurial training for sustainable business practices. And 3, equip for disciple making, building a community that supports spiritual growth alongside business success. This is life-changing work, but we can't do it alone. We need passionate impact partners like you to join us on this mission. By becoming a donor, your generous gift will directly fund the establishment of new businesses that provide dignified work and hope. Just imagine, Your donation could help a single mother in rural Africa start a small farming venture that allows her to feed her children and send them to school. Or a young man in Southeast Asia to launch a small business, breaking the chains of generational poverty. This is the power of entrepreneurship as a force for good. Will you join us in unleashing it? Go to ibam.org now to start impacting lives through the transformative power of business as mission. Together, we can create a world of flourishing.